Everyone has their own room. COVID sucks. Are you feeling okay?
I just have a headache and I'm tired.
Okay, sleep well. I love you.
Me too.
How are you doing?
Good.
You feel good? I love you.
I love you too.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
Okay, good night.
Good night, Mama.
N95s everywhere. I have a sore throat. Still testing negative. Everyone has their own room. COVID sucks. I want to keep this safe. I just took some aspirin, 81 milligrams a day, according to the doctor. Some eucalyptus in my, what is that called? This thing. Diffuser, the diffuser. Hi everyone. Well, we knew it was a matter of time and it finally happened. Our ohana has COVID. Vaipuna got it first. We really don't know exactly where she got it from. At school, she's masked indoors. They're allowed to take their masks off outdoors, but she wears it outdoors. And the only time it's off is during lunchtime. They have partitions, but my doctor and their doctor both think that that may have been where it was transmitted, just because it's a cafeteria that's indoors. And they said that the particles circulate. But there's really no way of knowing. That would have been the 3 to 5 days prior to symptoms developing. We're all at school and we don't go anywhere or see anyone. So that would be the only way that she would have gotten it. And then that Friday, so within the 48-hour prior time window, would be when we went to the celebration of arts. But at the celebration of arts, I mean, no one's wearing masks, but we are wearing our N95s. And so we wore our N95s everywhere, even outdoors at events, indoors, everywhere. And, you know, made sure that we were distanced, for example, like at the pool and things like that. So it's kind of a head scratcher as to whether it was a school transmission or if, you know, maybe while we were masked indoors taking part in some of the activities, if transmission occurred there. However, based on this chart, because we were wearing KF94s and N95s, we were never indoors for longer than this amount of time. So it's hard to say. So anywho, fast forwarding to symptoms, Vai had a low-grade fever, around 102, and had body aches. She said her toes were tingling, and that lasted through the night into the next morning. But by the next evening, her fever had already dropped significantly, and the next day she was under 100, and we even went for a walk outdoors, and she's doing great. We're on day, let's see, we found out Sunday night, so Monday, Tuesday, it's Wednesday today, day 3, and she's feeling great. She's like, "Mommy, test me, I don't have COVID." Unfortunately, last night Jackson tested positive for COVID. So we called the school on Monday and we asked, you know, what are your policies? is Jackson supposed to stay home because his sister has COVID, et cetera, et cetera. And they said, as long as he's asymptomatic, he can come to school. And Jackson is the only child in his class that wears a mask, and his classroom is outdoors. So he did go to school on Monday and Tuesday, totally fine, acting normal. Late Tuesday night, he developed a low-grade fever as well. So that was last night. And it was near 102. We're hoping that he takes the same trajectory as Vaipuna, and that by tonight or tomorrow morning, his fever will have dropped below 100. With him, obviously, because he doesn't just have the sickle cell trait, but he also has asthma and has been to the ER for his asthma. Fortunately, in the last 2.5 years, it seems like he's outgrown it. So, you know, we just have to be vigilant, and we're getting his albuterol refilled just in case his respiratory system does get impacted. His doctor just wants us to be on the safe side. So Kaimi is getting the prescription right now. As a household, we've been testing every day, and Kaimi and I are still negative, fortunately. I have a sore throat, and I've had a sore throat since yesterday. So it's highly likely that the next time I test, I may be positive. Kaimi still has no symptoms at all. And the doctors all recommended that we just continue to wear our N95s indoors, especially me since I'm pregnant. I'll be 18 weeks this weekend. Just to minimize the viral load, because it's likely that we'll all get it, but if I can have less of a viral load, then the impacts won't be as severe. So far so good. We're in good spirits. We're hopeful that with Vi, who's the only unvaccinated one in our household, faring so well, that, you know, we'll all get through this with flying colors, and maybe even feel more comfortable on the other end of this because we'll have additional immunity. So that's kind of the update. You know, we're all wearing our N95s indoors. We all are staying in different rooms with the door closed at night, and even during the day. Like Jackson right now is in his bedroom, in the guest room. Fortunately, all of our rooms also have a door to the outside, so we're able to have like fresh air coming into the bedrooms, all of them. And so each of us has been in our own room, and we wear N95s around each other, and then I come outdoors to have lunch and be able to be unmasked, and that's what we're doing. So it's kind of shocking that I mean, it's not, because we've been so careful, but it is kind of shocking that 2.5 years later, or 2 years later, we still haven't gotten COVID, and now we're dealing with it. But, you know, it's still circulating. We've heard of people recently who have gotten it pretty bad. So we're just feeling blessed right now and thankful that so far so good, and we're going to keep our fingers crossed, and if anything changes, I will let you know. All right, everyone, wishing you happiness and health, and above all, aloha.